All right, now we're on the third and final part of making an EDM song in Reason. In this video, we're going to arrange the song. If you want to hear the previous versions where we came up with the drum beat and where we came up with the chords and the leads and all that, it's part of this playlist. If you are interested in making music in Reason or just making music in general, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more great tips. And if you're a Reason user, I have a free Reason cheat sheet that'll give you the quick and lowdown about using all the instruments and effects in Reason. You can click the link down below to watch it. Okay, so let's take a quick listen to what we have. Right now it's basically just an 8-bar pattern, and we'll now be in the process of converting that into a full song. So let's take a quick listen. So that's what we're dealing with. I have also added another percussion layer. It was muted right there. And we've got a few different drum patterns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first record or send these patterns to the track. So we've got the basic pattern right now, which is simpler, the simplest of them. And also I'm going to export the bass pattern to the track by right-clicking on it and going copy pattern to track. But I think it did it to the wrong track, of course. Both of them did. So let's go to this bass here. And now let's go copy pattern to track. There you go. And now we can just turn you off. And similarly with the drums, let's be sure to copy it to the right track. Send to track. There you go. So now we've got our simple drum pattern and everything all played out. And let's also copy the percussion to the track. Let's make sure we've got the percussion track selected. And now let's disable pattern selection. So we don't need the mixer or the rack for a little bit. Let's first just start out by having the drums, and I think we'll start with maybe the pad. I don't know, we'll see where this gets us. Probably not the bass at first. And eventually I'd put a little more delay on that, so it would be like wow, wow. But for now, we won't. So now we'll copy it in, and we've got the bass coming in. We're going to do some more interesting stuff than just copying and pasting. But right now, first I like to just get the pacing and the overall structure. And so now maybe we'll bring in the second pad, or the second layer of pads. And now we're at about 48 seconds. So I don't know, do we let the rhythm come in, or do we break it down first? I mean the melody. Let's bring the melody in, and then we'll break it down. And we'll add filtering and things like that. It'll make it much more interesting as this goes on. And we'll do another round of this, and then we'll break it down. So now I've got another, well, we'll just take these guys. I don't know if the melody will be in the breakdown, but I've got another pattern, which is this 4 on the floor here. Because you got to turn bypass off to send it back to the track. So we'll send it to the track over here. And so now we've got, let's see what this sounds like. Drop it with just one of these. And now we'll Copy this again. Copy you to here. It's the same stuff, so we'll bring this down. And we'll bring the leads in. Got a little breakdown part. And let's zoom in here just a little bit. And we'll drop off this last kick. And that'll be our build up section. And then we will bring everything in, or most everything. Probably no leads again. But we'll bring the bass back. We'll bring the percussion in. And I have one other drum pattern here, a busier one. We'll turn bypass off again and select pattern 2. And now we'll send this to the track. So build down, break up. And then we will do one last repetition. And we'll have the leads there. And so just so you can kind of hear what this is going to sound like, we'll turn the and drop. So that's how it basically sounds. We want to bring this breathy pluck down. That's too bright. And so now we're going to focus on some more interesting things about the arrangement. So we're going to be adding some risers and some reverse cymbals and some fade-ins and some filtering. So as the song starts, because we want the song to constantly be moving and interesting. So we're going to fade in both the drums and the synth. You'll notice that the kick drum on the synth, on the drums, is on a separate track, but that's actually fine for what we're doing here. I think we'll keep the synth constant in volume. Alright, so I've right-clicked on both of these volumes to edit them, and so we're going to take you, fade you in, use the curve feature, gotta love it, and sing. We can just really copy that down for the silk glove probably, and let's see what this sounds like now. Alright, so that already adds a lot of interest to it. Now we've got the bass, we're going to bring it here, but I just want to bring it in for a few notes to introduce it. So it doesn't just jump out of nowhere. So there you kind of have a little bit of interest as it comes in. No point in actually like fading that in. I think bass needs to enter pretty smoothly here. We do have a few things that are already modulating the filter on the bass, but I'm going to also manually do some stuff. Basically just have it come in and out over the course of a bar. So let's see how that sounds. So, and then, we can make that happen faster or slower, but what I'm just going to do is copy it, paste it, well, copy and paste it once, I'm going to right click on it to reverse it, so that we've now got like a long fade. It goes up and down. Copy that, paste it, paste. There you go. Now at this point, a new instrument, the chords come in. So I'm gonna also automate the volume of that in. And we're just gonna copy the same exact automation curve. But that's not gonna work here because it is coming up way higher than we actually started out. So I'm gonna make it a little lower. And then another thing I'm going to do here is automate the high-pass filter. So I'm just going to put the filter straight up on this. Sorry, the sweeper. And we're going to do a basic filter. And of course, it's the wrong instrument, which is always helpful. Actually, we want to put it down here. Put it here and then deal with the mute stuff in a sec. Low end out of that. It's getting a little lost. Now we've got our two leads that have come in here, the Noah bells and the breathy plucks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bus both of them to the same bus. I'm just going to put some reverb on that. They need a, or we can just use first plate, probably a little more than this. Okay, now we're going to, another thing I want to do is route everything to one channel and put a filter on that. So, like I would do this much more complexly if I wasn't trying to be quick, but I'm just kind of trying to show you some ideas here of how you can arrange an EDM track in Reason quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to automate both of these. On. And we're going to automate you. To go from filtered to unfiltered. Maybe we'll curve it a bit. And we'll probably do the same on the low pass. But you hear how that takes it all out? Mode a high pass room. Yeah, I'll do this much more gently. As some people say. Okay, so I could have copied the one above, but here we go. Hit Z to zoom. It's a little difficult to see, but there we go, we got it. And for this, I'll probably have it fully come in by the time the leads come in, so not kept in as much suspense. So. It's getting more and more interesting. So let's turn down that percussion track a little bit. And now we've done a lot of the basic stuff. What I want to do next is just add a few drum fills. You would add more of this than I'm doing here. But these are the basics for laying out an EDM song and taking an 8-bar idea and making it the full thing. So drum fills can be helpful when things happen, right? So we're going into this breakdown here. Let's close this. So oops. Maybe we want a double. So let's see what this would sound like. So just a little bit of a difference. And to make that even more believable, let's do a little velocity. Let's take this snare hit. Bring it down, so now it's going to go. And here at this part, as we transition into the build-up again, I think we want a snare hit right here, maybe. So, yep, just adds a little bit of something there. We'll also add a reverse hit, because reverse hits are where it's at. And we'll add another drum fill here. Sure. And we'll also add an introductory phrase here for these guys coming back in, just to welcome them home. And let's copy this automation from earlier on the bass. And the last thing I want to do is some reverse cymbals. So we can go to drum supply. Obviously you could spend a lot more time, but this is the basics of it. And then you go to cymbals, and we'll want to crash. And a little longer. That could work. I just like to layer it up by the drum so you can sort of see. Right click on it to reverse it. Let's just zoom in a little bit more. And now I want to just get it the right length for the song. It's almost certainly too loud. Probably too long right now, but let's see. And then we gotta soak that in reverb, like I'm talking all the reverb. So we've got the classic here. Let's also take off some of the high end. And what we're going to want to do is we're going to send it to the plate reverb and the film score reverb and, drum, all of the reverbs. And we're going to send it pre so that there's basically almost no, that means that this volume knob level doesn't really affect it. So it's going to be mostly wet. And then if you wanted, you could put another one behind it to crash on the other side for more emphasis. We'll put one at the end and one before the breakdown. And then we're also going to just take another one of these and create a new track. Turn it way down, and let's see. But this doesn't have enough of that reverb fun, so. There we go. All right, well, I hope you really found this helpful. If you want more great tips on making music, EDM, all of that, be sure to like and subscribe. And now you know how to make an EDM track in Reason. Bye.